Hello everyone, Timey here, and I would like to introduce you to my radiation collection. I've made a couple videos about this in the past, but I think I need a new kind of refresher one, since it's been a while. I have a couple pieces, all of which are radioactive, some mildly, some kind of more majorly, and I would like to go over with them with you, just real quick. So, let's start with probably the least radioactive thing I own, which is this cup right here. This cup is just uranium glass. It doesn't emit that much radiation, about the same amount as coffee does, which, if you didn't know, coffee emits about 7 times more radiation than a banana, which is kind of a weird, you know, thing to measure it by, but that's the closest thing I can measure it to. Uh, Two is probably this lemon juicer. You can faintly see it. It's actually a separate thing. You can see it here better. Uh, doesn't emit that much radiation. It looks pretty cool though. This thing does look awesome. Even in person, this thing looks awesome. A little bit more glowy on camera, but yeah, still looks cool. Then the plate beneath it, which is pretty radioactive actually for uranium glass. I get about 70 counts per minute, and I only detect beta with it. So I'm not even detecting the alpha. Uh, this is not radioactive at all. I just put it in here. It's just a glow in the dark sticker. Uh, Next is the other lemon juicer. This is jadeite, which is a bit different. It is more radioactive. I get about 120. This is still with only beta radiation it's detecting, which is there's less radiation. Well, let me rephrase this. Alpha radiation is the majority of the radiation that can be detected, but I can't detect that. So, you know, not with my Geiger counter. My Geiger counter doesn't do that. Next thing is actually surprisingly this radium clock. It is made in East Germany. It's pretty old. Not very much radium on it, but still looks pretty cool. So yeah, actually, surprisingly, my next one is gonna be in here. Now I'm not gonna take it out since there's a bunch of powder on it, but it's oh a thorium mantlet piece, which was meant to be burned. Get about 200 counts per minute on it. 200, 300 counts per minute. Still pretty cool. First thing I got that was radioactive. Right. Next is this thing, which I only got for $5, surprisingly, even though it's pretty radioactive for its size. Uh, yeah, it's another radium clock. It actually has some of the early forms of plastic on it, so that's pretty cool. It's about, I think it's 1970s is when it was made, so pretty recent for radioactive things. Uh, Next is the big radium clock over here. I get about 300 to 400 counts per minute on it. Yeah, it's a Big Ben radium clock. I'm pretty sure this thing was made by the Radium Girls, if you don't know who that is. It's basically a bunch of people who died after ingesting a bunch of radium while they were painting the clocks. They were told it was completely safe, but it ended up killing them, so that's pretty unfortunate. Yeah, it was like one of the first legal battles for workers' rights. Anyways, it's pretty cool. You should check it out. Uh, I have a couple other things. They're supposed to glow, but they're not currently glowing. But they're also not radioactive, so I'm not going to pay attention to them. And then finally, my Fiesta ware. Fiesta ware is coated with uranium. All these things besides the radium and the thorium have uranium in them, but this has the highest content. I think it uses uranium oxide to get the nice orange color. This is, I think, 1960s. Someone can correct me on that. But to get that nice orange color, they used uranium oxide, and I get about a thousand counts per minute, which is pretty high for something that's just beta and gamma radiation. Uh, I have used a alpha detector on FiestaWare before, and I believe it got about 10,000 counts, but that's with the alpha. Uh, but I only have a beta detector. I had a friend come over with the alpha one. Anyways, yeah, this is my radiation collection. It's pretty cool. Uh, I'm hoping to get more pieces, but I'm not sure about it. I also post a bunch of content that's just me going through antique stores, finding them, just pointing them out and showing them. That's pretty cool as well. And then just a random engine cylinder that I took apart from an engine. It's just one cylinder engine that I took apart. And I thought it was pretty cool. So anyways, yeah, thanks for watching.